Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Andy Fell, and I'm the founder of a business called Gift 631. I'm very privileged to live on Australia's Gold Coast. And with me today are two incredible people who are actually in a much less fortunate part of the world than I currently am. They're in Kiev, in the Ukraine. And I've had the opportunity to interact with both Kobus and Olena over the last few weeks and months. One of my absolute passions in life is the game of cricket. And I believe that in my fortunate place in life, I must become a force for good and do what I can to help other people. And what I decided to do this year was link my passion for cricket to my desire to be a force for good. And when on LinkedIn, I saw a couple of posts from Kobus talking about Ukrainian cricket. I thought this was an incredible opportunity for my passion for cricket to meet my passion for being a force for good. So I'm absolutely privileged to be joined today by both Kobus and Olena, and they are responsible for Cricket Ukraine. Both are certified cricket coaches. Both are living in incredibly challenging circumstances. Last night, for example, it's early morning in Ukraine as we speak. There was a heavy missile attack on the city of Kyiv. There was waves of drones and lots of residential buildings were damaged. And obviously, power may be an issue through this call. But what is really important, if you are watching this, please forgive if we freeze, if the power cuts out briefly. We are here because of what these guys are doing to make an incredible difference to young children. So what I'm going to do first is just pass over initially to Elena and then to Kobus, just to give us a little bit of a backstory about who they are, how they've got to where they are, and really what they are doing to support young children in Kiev and bring a glimmer of hope and joy to them. So, Alina, I'm just going to pass straight over to yourself first.
Hello everyone. Uh, in Ukrainian, my name is Olena. I know it's difficult to pronounce everyone, but I try to explain it. But anyway, thank you, Andy, for everything we're doing. I'm Ukrainian, as you mentioned, and Kobus and I right now we're in Ukraine, in Kyiv region. And for me, it's a big challenge right now in the early morning speaking English. So I apologize for my mistake I'm gonna make. But anyway, we are positive as much as we can, actually. But maybe it's gonna be. I jump quickly, but I'm gonna say as well, we tired. We really tired, and sometimes we don't want to think about that because these thoughts bring us to the condition that people can barely like I know stand up and leave this condition. I know it's called depression. It's not a depression, but uh, to be here, to keep yourself in a good mood, to communicate with people with politeness, with respect. Sometimes even this, like normal things are difficult because we are tired. But anyway, because of you, because of everyone who support us with the idea of support kids in this difficult time and people who connected with cricket, we do what we can do. And can I jump just to the topic of yeah?
Absolutely.
So we gathering kids from different school, from university by game, gathering by game, yeah, by cricket. We support them. We try to bring them to the atmosphere when nobody talks about the war, nobody talks about the problem. The main problem is not to fight, don't have a fight between boys who gonna be who go on the throw because I never thought it's gonna be such a big problem. But the kid's like 10 years old. But I mean, but it's a new challenge for me as well. But it's nice. It's a nice experience, and I'm happy to have it. And again, I'm gonna repeat: I have it only because I have people around me, and I have all of you. And I know, like I believe one day we're gonna make a movie about all these kids, how they communicate, how they fight, how they try to understand Kobus because like Kobus speaks only English. Yeah, so most of these kids don't speak English. And sometimes when I don't know which language I need to use because I completely like how to say it's just I don't know how in English, like when you can focus on one thing, so you have lots of languages, lots of things, lots of responsibility, and for some reason you need to just restart as a laptop, you know. But anyway, um, about me a little bit. I've never played cricket professionally. Mm, I live in the UK for 5 years. Of course, I thought cricket, and I help lots of Ukrainians when they moved to the UK with a translation at schools, and I saw some programs as well, like sports programs, and I saw the cricket at school as well. But I've never played before. As you mentioned before, I'm qualified or certificate. Yeah, I have a certificate, but I even forgot about that because again, in a condition, in a place where we are, it doesn't matter
Mhm.
how rich you are, yeah, how many cars you have or certificates. It doesn't count in here because rockets or Shahid, they don't know about that and they don't respect anything and anyone. Yeah, so and then like after 5 years, I came back to Ukraine. It's already was a war here. So I made this decision because I understood to stay so far from my family. It was more difficult for me than to be here. I mean, it's it's wrong to say. Maybe I don't know how to translate it correctly, but the things they can be compared. I mean, to be here, how you feel, yeah, and this emotion and your mental state when you, for example, in the UK or any other country, and you know that every minute, every second, can something happen to your parents, to your friends, to your I don't know, to everything. I mean, you just like live between two words. You try to live your life. For example, your mom call you, I'm so happy you are there. Come on, just do something nice, enjoy your life. But you couldn't do it at all. I tried, but I remember, oh, this is so difficult. But let's go, continue.
Thank you,
Um,
Olena. So, Kobus, you come from obviously a very, very different place in the world. You come from a very different background. I think it would be really interesting for people how you got yourself to Kiev and also why you've stayed in Kiev.
Andy, yeah, I'm gonna try and keep it short. Basically, just my whole life is uh, it's basically cricket. It's quite funny. I did a interview with a young boy that I coached in Dubai once, and his father is one of the wealthiest people in Dubai. He owns half of Dubai, and he was part of my cricket program. Little Juvras, he was 11 years old at the time, and he was in my cricket academy. And I asked him to talk a little bit, and he said, "Without cricket, I won't have a life." And I thought, for a young kid I mean, he's got everything. And to say something like that made a huge impression on me. And I actually want to start with quoting Juvras today. Without cricket, I'm really nothing. My whole life, since, well, I started typical young South African boy playing cricket in summer and rugby in winter. I was a centre, not the best, but the two loves of my life was always the passion. I prefer watching a rugby test, the Springboks playing, than watching cricket. So I've got an absolute love for rugby as well. But I grew up like a typical young South African boy, and at the age of 10, uh, it all sort of I actually made that choice between rugby and cricket. When I was 10 years old, Bob Woolmer came to coach us at my school. His first stint as an overseas pro, he was playing Kent second 11. And the first time I was in Afrikaans school, Auckland Park School, primary school, and the first day Bob arrived at our nets in his whites with his Kent second 11 sweater, and he had his coffin cricket bag at the Kent emblem on it, and he had all Grey Nichols sponsored kit, and it made such an impression on me. And I decided that I'm going to become a professional cricket player, and it really my life just took that direction. When other kids, when we were 13, they wanted to be doctors and engineers and lawyers, and I always just said I want to be a cricketer, and I pursued that my whole life. It became my life, and yeah. So I played. I went to Stellenbosch University. I played cricket in the first team there. Eddie Barlow coached me there. I was very lucky to have Bob Wilmer and Eddie Barlow as coaches. I then got my first stint through Eddie. Played for Derbyshire, and he organised it during my summer holidays for me to go to Derbyshire and play some cricket there. So I got a taste of professional cricket. I played in a club in the Border League, Langley Mall, and then it just went from there. It was almost it was just my destiny. And I played cricket there. I became a bit of a cricket nomad. Had 11 seasons in England in various cricket leagues as an overseas pro, Kent, Sussex, and in London as well, in Hampstead. And then I became, I was also in the summer season, our cricket season back in South Africa. I became, while I was still playing, I became director of cricket at the University of Cape Town for 14 years. And when I then got opportunity to become the CEO of Kenyan cricket, so I spent a year in Kenya, and that's where my real travel started. So from Kenya, I went on to Dubai. I moved there, started my own cricket academy. I had two cricket academies at the gym schools and at King's Al Basha, two top schools with unbelievable facilities in Dubai. And it was incredibly hot, as you can imagine, and I had outside sessions. So I was coaching cricket in temperatures of 48 degrees, and I told my dad was alive at the time, and I was taking care of him. He was staying with me, and I said to him, I just need to go somewhere where it's cold. And I looked at him. I Googled it, and Kyiv at that time was the coldest city in Europe. It was -10. So I booked a flight, and I came to Kyiv for 10 days, and it's where it all started. I just fell in love with Kyiv. I'm quite a uh, I wouldn't say I'm creative, but it's the wrong word. But I go a lot on my instincts, and I just fell in love with Kiev. I felt the energy. I've traveled a lot, and I just felt the energy in Kiev. I've never felt anywhere before. And that same year, 2018, I visited Kiev 17 times in one year. I came on holiday here, and I then one day I just told my dad, "Listen, I've got to be in Kiev," and I left a lot behind in Dubai. I had a really good setup there with my academies. I had an academy with Ashwin, the Indian test player. I used to go to Chennai quite often to stay at his house and then go to his academy there. And we decided to have this partnership, and we had the academy in Dubai. I then just one day I just packed my bags. I left most of my stuff behind in the apartment, and I packed two suitcases, took my dad and my dog, got on a plane and came to Kiev. And then I started here. I thought, well, that's the end of my cricket career. And I started here as an English native speaking teacher. I'm a qualified PE teacher. And I worked in private schools here. And then I started cricket here just out of desperation. I didn't really know what to do with the kids. My English sort of lessons, we exhausted every possible topic we could talk about. And I then started playing cricket with them. I had a cricket bat and one ball. A little plastic bat. I used to hit balls for my dog in the park. So I took that to school, started playing cricket with them, showed them videos of John T. Rhodes. They called him Batman because of his diving and that. And the kids just, all of a sudden, I just saw a huge response. The kids loved the cricket, and they used to come to my class and say, "Let's play cricket." So I got more little cricket sets, the little plastic mini cricket sets, and I started playing cricket with the kids. And it just went on from there to then the war started. I went to Zagreb. I left for 2 years, and then I just felt I have to come back. I ran a program there in Zagreb as well for Ukrainian refugee children in the park. I had 200 kids in my program there, and I came back to Kyiv in January last year. sorry, 2 years ago. I've been back for 2 years, and I started a cricket program here. And then I met Olena in a coffee shop, and we started doing the cricket together. And we're doing these tours now. We've got our victory auction. So that's basically, I said I was going to keep it short. It was quite difficult. So I think we can, if Olena is okay, if we could go back to Olena.
Yeah, just before you do, so I just want to make sure everyone who watches this realizes what we're talking about here. We're talking about some incredible programs that these guys are running in Kiev, but we're also talking about the opportunity to support them taking small groups of young Ukrainian kids, often orphans, across to rugby school in England on a bit of a cricket tour. The kids see it as a bit of a magical Harry Potter type school. And this is the way that you can get involved and help, where you can make donations, or we need any kind of sporting memorabilia that you have. It doesn't need to be cricket. It can be any sport that you are interested in, that you can help us raise some funds so these wonderful young children can go with these two amazing humans from Kiev to the UK, spend a brief period of time, just in a completely different environment. So, for example, I'll just show this now. This is a Marnus Lambershane, Australian top quality Australian batsman. It's a bit blurry there, but Marnus has signed that for us. Whoever you know, whatever sport they're in, please do look for memorabilia. You can make contact with these guys directly, or you can make contact through myself. So, Olena, if we can come back to yourself. So, Kobus says that you guys met in a coffee shop. So, how did you go from meeting in a coffee shop to what you're doing now?
Sometimes I ask the same question. So I'm a professional dancer. So sports always in my life, or was, yeah, and kids as well. I always surrounded by kids. Even when I was at school, somehow like it was, I shouldn't say illegally. Yeah, I work in kindergarten because I could take responsibility for kids. Yeah, like all the time. I like that. I understand them. They like me. Could I? Yeah, I'm sure. I believe. And so yeah, we met in a coffee shop. Of course, he told me the whole story. Like so. The big list of all his achievements. I mean, thank you, Kobus, that you didn't print it. But but anyway, yeah. So and it was summer. He did cricket camp at school. And also like it's like usually school is like empty, yeah, it's summer. And he said like, is nobody speak English as well, like would you like to come maybe help me with that, because as I understand that you just move, and I just moved here to Kyiv because originally I'm from the east of Ukraine, it's from Dnipro. Yeah. And like this region, yeah. Yeah, so like why not, I mean I have time, let's go. And we went to school, we communicate with people there, and we understood that it's a nice idea. So first of all, I can help because of English. The second, I understand what cricket is. For me, it wasn't big problem to look how he moves, I mean Kobus, yeah, or look at watch videos and understand what to do, some basic things without even playing cricket. Because again, I know how my body moves, I know some pattern, I know about lots of motions, about I don't know, mobility, flexibility, momentum. So for kids and work with kids to keep the interest, yeah, like to keep the attention. So all of that we combined, and we have right now groups, cricket groups with kids from I think the second degree, yeah, so 7, 8, yeah, and all the kids. So then I took this course about the cricket, the UK. I don't know, I don't remember how it goes. Maybe you help me with this.
ICC Foundation course.
Yeah, because usually I forget about that. Like. Yeah, and then yeah, we did even some, we call it tournament. Yeah, but again, it was like a beginning level with girls and boys at university during the summer, September. So we had 6 or 8 groups, teams. Yeah, but it was a small teams, like 8 people, any team, and we play this tournament. We try to share information that we do this. Cricket, what is it cricket, like why cricket, because of Kobus, because like lots of knowledges, and I like people completely not aware about what is it. Also, this may be not, as everyone thinks, the right moment for something new, because focus is completely on different things. But anyway, we keep doing this, and then we start having this huge support from other people, not from Ukraine, from other countries, and we understood that we are in the right way, because first of all, kids who left our classes, youngest one, yeah, they running to their mom, for example, but they say, mama, look, and they're like with this bat. Oh my god, I always worry because this plastic cricket bat, like we already had the how is it in English? Broken.
The one girl, a cat her eye
Yeah,
with
because
a bat.
they like this discipline. Of course, they don't know. They never saw it, but it's like, look, mom, how I don't know. Oh my god, it's gonna be collapse right now. So, despite all these fights between boys, we have as well this cricket pass around the whole rooms. I mean, but they happy. And when I saw they running, they forgot completely about everything. And I saw sometimes when moms open door a little bit, like watch how they kid behave, they they following stuff. I see they as well. They smile. They see that everything what we do, and for example, her decision as a mom to bring her kid to this, let's call it course, a group, as a right one. And this is I think is most important, because again, our groups right now, for them, they are all for free. Yeah. I mean, every single, we don't charge them at all. Like every single we have lots of support, some my god, outfits, even like bats, balls, etc. It's everything for free, all because of donation, because of help. So kids are free to come. The most important thing is to reach the destination. Yeah. So I mean, it's just one school in Kyiv, but Kyiv is huge, of course, and we, of course, we don't talk about the Ukraine at all. Yeah, and but yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And I saw a post on LinkedIn. There was first of all, I saw the girls, the under 13 girls, and I thought, wow, in a few years they'll be taking on Australia, which is just incredible. But I saw Jasmine at 10 years old, a real eye for the ball, just batting beautifully. And I know her brother Lev is 13. They lost their parents, and finally they found themselves in Kiev, staying with an uncle, and you could just see that what you're doing is just giving them that glimmer of hope, as you say, that they're happy, that they're smiling in the most challenging of personal as well as the circumstances that are going on around them. So it truly is amazing. And Kobus, coming to you, how can people help? What do you need people to do?
And exactly what you've been doing for us for the past couple of months, and you showed that shirt of Madness Labuskatni, and you've already got us about 5 or 6 items. You've got this beautiful framed signed picture of Graham Swan through one of your people in your network. You've got us the 2 shirts from Australian rugby rules signed by the teams. So that is really what we're asking people to do, is if you know any well-known sportsman, it doesn't just have to be cricket. I just recently got a signed shirt from Corne Krige, the ex-South African Stormers rugby captain. He signed one of his shirts for us in Cape Town. He's sending this over for us. So any sport, any signed shirt, bat, ball, whatever they have, if ex-famous sports people, or if you know somebody that played top level sport that just through networking, if people could please donate any sporting memorabilia to us for our auction, that is really the one way. We don't want to really go and ask for cash or for money. We do have a GoFundMe page as well, but we downplay that as much as we can. We would rather raise money. through goodwill from people that support our cause. So if people can donate items to our victory auction, it would be fantastic.
Yeah, and we will certainly encourage people to do that. But we'll also share the GoFundMe page. And it is, I just want to repeat this, it's any sports person. So Lisa Sthalekar, who's up there with the Women's Indian Premier League, she got us a Meg Lanning signed shirt from the UP Warriors. But it can be across all sports, men, women, experiences, memorabilia. But there is also that GoFundMe page. And it'd be really good if you just shared one or two, maybe Elena, when you went to rugby school, how was that for the children? It just would have been a completely, unreal experience in some way.
In lots of way. I mean, and not only for kids. I mean, why nobody asked me like what did I feel? And so, like so first of all, let's right now not forgot, but just not talking about the war. Yeah. So even the things like a building, yeah, the way how it looks. I mean, in Ukraine, lots of things is like post-Soviet Union. I mean, it's how you imagine how to like we have to destroy it, yeah, or like build a new. I mean, it's difficult, yeah. But even the way how it looks, of course, it's already they were impressed. I mean, they were just oh, let's take a photo, yeah. Then we come in, yeah, and all this. I don't know these words in English, unfortunately, but actually, kids didn't say a lot. They just say, "Oh." so,
Yeah.
so I mean, yeah, this was a direct translation about what they saw and what they felt, and also after this long travel, yeah, so to get this destination rugby, it took us 2 days. Yeah, because no flights between Ukraine and other countries right now is forbidden. It's dangerous. Yeah, it's a long way to travel there. Of course, we were tired, but the first night, after the first night in the morning, where we all woke up, all of them, they say like it was a little bit strange to be like strange at night. I say what exactly? It was completely silence. I mean, is it correct to say yeah, a complete silence? It's a complete silence.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and for some reason, at the beginning, it was even scary a little bit because like we are waiting for something, yeah, all the time. Every night we're waiting for rockets. Now we're talking, and I look at my screen because Kobus, maybe you haven't noticed, but it was a rocket next to Kyiv, yeah, and I was just like, was waiting like what I need to do right now, yeah. But this first night there was we already forget about, like we forgot what is it to sleep at night, not worry about anything, don't checking the phone, to have a deep sleep, wake up in the morning, and I don't know, it's like a freedom to be free, yeah, to be free to I don't know, go downstairs, have a breakfast without again checking all around. So this was the first impression, the first word what I heard from kids in the morning, that they had a nice proper sleep without any wake up or out to the shelter, any alarms, and it was great. And actually for me, it was the same. The nights in rugby, I mean, and our possibility, yeah, to sleep, and it's great. People have to sleep, and here we already forget about that. About the cricket, people they met, of course, when they never thought cricket nets. I mean, it's all were amazing. It was like people who, with all love, support that they have at rugby in the UK at all, because we travel, we visit some churches. I mean, and when people see, oh, you're from Ukraine, we pray for you, we support you. I mean, it means really a lot. Believe me. Sometimes even remind that like a word, at least remember about that. It's really important for us.
Yeah, completely. So just drawing this call to a close, you are two amazing people doing incredible things. I would assume that both of you would have the opportunity to leave the Ukraine if you so wished, but you've made a conscious choice to stay, which is says everything about you as people. So if you're watching this, please consider, how can you help? Who do you know who can help? If you haven't got particular items yourself, who's in your network, or who does your company sponsor, or who's your company involved with, or who else is out there that someone who might know someone? So we can raise enough funds through the auction and the GoFundMe page that more groups of children, including Jasmine and her brother Lev, they can get that opportunity to go to rugby school and experience, a different view on the world for a short period of time. Before we close, is there anything finally that either one of you just wants to leave with people as a final thought?
Olena, do you want to go first? Yeah.
I lost reception. I lost reception.
Anything finally that either one of you would just like to say to whoever watches this?
As you see, I'm not a good speaker. Everything about this goes from my heart, and it's I carry a big pain right now. So, Kobus, if you're able to say anything, please.
You've said so much.
And if first of all, I think just a few thank yous. I'll keep it short. Thank you to Olena. Without Olena, there will be no cricket in Ukraine. I couldn't do any of this without Olena. The tours, the cricket sessions, I can't do it on my own. So thank you to Olena for no money, for no material gain, just out of the kindness of her heart, for the cause, to come and help and to be my partner in this project. It means the world. And then to you. You've never met me. You saw my post on LinkedIn, and you're in contact every day. You post every day about us for support. You've already got your community that you've got supporting us, posting beautiful posts, beautiful words about what we're doing on LinkedIn. It means the world to us and to everybody out there that's opened their hearts to these, because at the end of the day, it's all about the kids and the people that's opened their hearts all over the world, from all parts of the world, South Africa, England, Australia, Dubai, to support us, to help us, to make a difference to these kids. Thank you to each and everyone, and thank you to you, Andy.
Brilliant. So, Kobus and Olena, I really want to thank you. I know it was a really horrendous night last night under, serious attack, and the fact that you've found a way to join this call. I know you're in a coffee shop relying on a generator, Kobus, and Olena, I know you had a very, very late and difficult journey yesterday, so it's massively appreciated. But, we'll just leave it there. This is all about the kids. So, please, if you're watching this, get in contact with one or all of us, and please just think about how you and those around you can make a contribution.